Cool. So I did make a bit of a massive error with this song because I realized that after I made the drums, I wasn't actually using the webcam. And I know that you guys like looking at my chiseled jawline. So pretty much what we're going to do with this video is we're going to pretend that you've followed the drums. And I'm actually going to do another drums video. So make sure that you do look out for that. And we're basically just going to be going from the pads onwards, turn this into a full liquid drum and bass song. So ultimately where we end up is here. So without further ado, let's jump into this video. But got you. Just hit 560 subscribers. If you're one of those subs, I appreciate you and everything you do. If you're not one of those subs, you know what to do, which is subscribe, obviously. Cool. So let's jump into it. Fortunately, really only two things had happened. I had made this drum loop. And I found some really cool sounding vocals. When I realized that I wasn't recording, I basically found a piano and decided, yeah, let's start putting in some keys. Cool. So what we have basically sounds like this. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful chords. And then with the drums. So it's already sounding like liquid, which I love. And then what we want to do is we want to start layering in some other sounds onto this. So I didn't realize that within Labs, I was actually entitled to a load of instruments, as you can see here. I mean, there's tons and tons. So I definitely advise you guys using Labs by Spitfire Audios. This is not sponsored by them, but they'll probably want me to sponsor them just because of how big the channel is. And there's loads of really, really cool stuff. So like, what have we got actually? A bit low and moody. That is quite nice actually. Let's try that. We're just gonna like layer and stack these chords. See what it sounds like lower. Maybe it doesn't need this like this top layer. Yeah, that sounds much nicer. And now I need something else in there. So I'm just going to use Labs again just to see what we can find. I know, for example, there's some like choirs in here, which could sound cool. So all we're really looking to do at the moment, guys, is just stack these chords on top of each other till we have a nice luscious pad. That sounds a bit crap. That sounds nice. That would sound nice with like some vibrato, I think. Just a bit of sort of like wobble in there. And so I'm going to assume there's vibrato in here. Vibrato subtle. Spatial. Oh. I feel like we want some strings in here as well. I did have a listen through some of the strings when I like downloaded them, but there's better strings in orchestral strings, which is just a pack that you can download for free in Ableton, the software that we're using. Oh, nice. I mean, that sounds good. I kind of want it to like sort of bleed into one another a little bit more. So I'm going to chuck in a super massive and then go on some reverb, large reverb, medium reverb, massive vocal. What else do we want? Maybe like something just going kind of like a, you know, like a nice viola. Want to roll with the geezer. Guys, I'm really excited about this actually. I think it sounds really nice. And do you know what I mean? It's really not hard. You just basically need to have one good chord loop, which we've got. Maybe that'll like I don't want to like over egg the pudding. So maybe let's just chuck in some bass. I do quite like the idea of having like an 808 style bass. Boom, dum, 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 dum. That sort of vibe. We're going to make our own, because that's what we do here at Isaac Simpson YT. We make our own basses. Alright, cool. So what else are we going to do with this? I think we could probably make this a bit more interesting with maybe, just maybe, a guitar. Oh, yes. Oh yeah, so I learnt this super cool trick, which is literally, it genuinely is a bit of a game changer actually. Right, so let's just say, for example, that we have all of these beautiful guys here, like that, right? Before, what I would do, because we want to put them in Complex Pro, I would click, go Complex Pro, drag all this down, blah, 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 click on the next one, so on and so forth, so on and so forth. If I just select all of them, Complex Pro, bang, bang, it's done it on all of them. It literally, I just thought one day, like, what if that was a thing? And it was. So Ableton, once again, guys, well done. Oh, this, I know exactly what this needs. This needs some amp simulation. Gonna put this up an octave. I like that a lot. Right, let's save this wonderful masterpiece. And we are definitely recording on everything. Let me just double check. Oh, thank the Lord for slugs. That's a niche reference. If you get that, let me know in the comments. I do feel like we need, yeah, as I say, like a synth or something. Maybe just like, maybe even just some like little growls. I wonder what happens if we search growl. I just had a fucking great idea. Let's do some like birds in the background, and maybe this could be like the intro. So I want the choir and the keyboard, not the cello or the strings, maybe the electric keyboard. How does that sound on its own? And I think some bird sounds in there would be really cool. Or like maybe just some like rainforest or something. And then what I want is, there's a break in here that we made. Is it the break upper? Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna put this in. And is there a hat that we use? I'm fairly certain there's a hat. Is it this? Then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna copy basically just this bit here. I wonder if I could just consolidate that into one. Nope. I want this just to be like a little sort of its own break. So that's going to go in there. I'm going to call this pre-drop break. Then that's going to be recorded in from the shuffle group. So I don't actually need the rest of it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to use a beautiful auto filter, which is this guy. We're going to automate this in. I'm going to use this kick. Yeah, we do actually want another bit in there, so it's going to be another 8 bars, I think. All of this in there again. And we're going to just sort of blend this into here a bit, like that. Maybe this is where we want to add some of these vocals back in, because we do have all these nice vocals, but we're not really using them that much. So I think maybe we want this one. Okay, so that first vocal wants to swap out to this first vocal. Cool, like it a lot. I wonder if there's like, let's get some drum fills in there. And these just want to be really subtle. Not anything too crazy in here, because it's just to like transition between the next little bits. Let's see what we're working with. I just want like a nice sort of like motivational kind of thing.
I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world. You know, every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. You know, every time I speak.
All right, I'm just gonna layer this on top and not have the vocal rack in there.
You know, if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody gonna clean it up.
Oh, I actually properly love this. So what we'll do, we'll listen to the song from start to finish. Any comments or whatever that you have, do leave them down below. If you've liked this video, do let me know that you've liked this video by hitting like on this video.
For us to go farther, you know. Every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. They know what I'm going to say. And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that what we're supposed to do? I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job, is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish, and because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should change it. I don't know how to change it, but I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.